Recently there's been clamoring, because I spoke about this last week, but I was wrong. So I want to put it in the best perspective. There's been clamoring by America that they are killing Christians in Nigeria. Okay, it is not innocent. It is not innocent. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, Nigeria needed to buy certain things to use in fighting that battle. The one who blocked us was America. We got machineries from a country, I don't want to mention that country, that was busy.
Welcome to Remnant Online Followers. Please kindly subscribe. Thank you.
Religion has damaged us. I'll tell you the mistakes we're making. Both sides love God. There's a mistake. Who also himself was Jesus' who? Disciple. So Jesus had influential disciple or disciples, and I can show you some of them were wives of high-ranking political authorities. I think it's kind of easier to disciple women. I don't know. Is it true? Men, you are here now. Talk. You don't think so? Ladies, is it true? Men, is it true? I don't know. We'll put it to a test. Now, look at this. So, the guy, okay, let's continue. It was just disciples, yes. He went to Pilate and begged the body of Jesus. Now, you must understand that the subject of the crucifixion of Jesus was a national matter. It was a national matter. Herod was involved. The church was involved. Pilate was involved. And I tell you this, although it's not funny, it's painful, but over time, the church has done more of taking the posture of fighting prophecies than fulfilling prophecies. It is amazing that the church will spend years praying that something should happen, but when it starts, they will not recognize it. You know why? They are allegiance to their status quo. And another thing that is destroying us is this our camping system. If it's not happening in our clan, why should it be happening? It has to be our clan. What clan am I? I don't even know. A clan of Jesus. Who were those? Pilate said, according to our custom, we release prisoners once a year, a prisoner. So he said, okay, you guys are holding this guy. I've not found any offense. Who should we release? Jesus or Barnabas? Or Barabbas? Who said Barabbas? The church! There was a man that was walking on his farm. Herdsmen came to attack them. And by divine providence, he was able to defend himself. And he did to the headman what the headman should have done to him. And he's been arrested on death row for years. Which voice do we have that can knock the door of Pilate? Instead of releasing drug dealers, this is a man who defended himself. But you know the problem? Whenever the church have access to people in power, we always start struck. Hey, can we take pictures, sir? Yes, sir. Ah! And in African politics, we like sycophancy. That's why many of the top guys don't hear the truth. Those who are around them lie to them. Oh, all is well, all is well. Nigerians are thanking God for your administration. It's been the best they've had so far. Oh, Nigerians are so happy. Oh, you need to see they are singing your songs in the street. When you get there and you see dollars, hope you will not do the same. Say, God help me. You see, some of you didn't answer because you say it's true. I don't trust myself. Say, God, help me. So, he went to beg. Because the priest, they had a bad agenda. The coming of Jesus was going to end their business. I can take you down history lane. So, the priest usually will go into the holies of holies once in a year, and they have to tie a chain around his leg, and as he's moving, he had to keep moving the chain and keep moving the chain just to show I'm still alive, I'm still here. He's not slapped me dead, I'm still here. But for a while, the ark has been stolen, and they were still entering like the ark was there. So when the garment between the holies and the holies of holies tore into two, it was a major discovery. It was a national scandal. That what? So they've been lying to us. The real manifestation of kingdom puts an end to religion. But you know why it is tough? Religion is very lucrative. Religion is lucrative. All I have to do is to make you look at me as one superman and you are subordinate. Oh, I touch your shoe with $50,000? Religion is lucrative. I think if it was the days of Levi, well, all of you by now would have brought cow and goat and everything. Oh yes. Every service will be Suya Day. Priests will not even be fasting again. But as he wants to fast, they've roasted another one and brought again. So we brought Yaji also. This is my own tortudo with offense salad. But you can never blame any nation for where they are without blaming the religious body. You see, I honestly, can I be honest with you? I really don't think Christians are stingy. This is what I think is wrong. I think a generation began to observe the attempt to commercialize the gospel and a larger than life attempt. You see, if you want to carry the weight of this gospel, you must be dead to self. A pastor doesn't have business flaunting designers. We die to all those things. We have an assignment. We die to all those things. Am I saying a man of God should not be blessed? Oh, you should be blessed. Every believer should be blessed. But we live with soberness. As one who understands our purpose here. Everyone that God has given the opportunity to wield influence, it is important for you to know that the devil is interested in you. He's interested in your allegiance. He's interested in your devotion. He's interested. You see, the devil is a master recruiter. He goes for people who have the ability to bring influence to certain things in his kingdom, and he begins to recruit them. He can leave them in church, but they are recruited. And he begins with shutting your bowels towards the things of God. Like, you see, I just go to church. I don't believe in all those things. I just try to go to church. Yeah, all these pastors, I just observe that guy, Lazarus, what he called himself. Yo, man. But I'm just saying, remember the reason why God lifted you up. Remember whose prayer he was answering. And be faithful to it. The reason why you feel that there's no such revolting in Islam like we have in Christianity is because the imams don't flaunt Louis Vuitton. I'm not saying it's bad to have it. We can be blessed. It should not become an obsession. The core tenet of Islam teaches them soberness. And that's why I say that 20 people can gather around a tray and eat. There's so much bonding and unity. Come to the north, I grew up there. You'll be amazed. We're not gracious people. We need to become gracious. They understand that on the other side. They understand that. They understand that. They understand the power of community. They understand kingdom first. And that's why, as far as they are concerned, if there are two candidates on the ballot box, they need to know this person was his fate. Because they've been taught to put the interests of their kingdom first. The only neutral entity are Christians. Christians. And they understand the power of coming together to build wealth. They'll support themselves and say, okay, you buy this property. Go check what's going on in Europe now. Monks are buying all the old churches. Because if I say it's for me, and that church is struggling, and let them struggle now. When they reach our level, they will be blessed. We don't understand kingdom. And I'm trying to get the attention of the church to something. When we start Matrix, I will prove it to you with documents that the world has never had religious wars. Nothing like that. Everything is economic. Everything. Buy land. Even if what you plant there is tomatoes that you know is authentic, that God made for the sake of your health. The days that we are living in has become treacherous. And I've asked the question, is it a coincidence that at the time they are bringing GMOs is when they are cleaning our farmers? They've made agriculture a place that people now dread to go. They are afraid to plant. And the essence of all these things is not preservation, but control. And they usurp control because they are funding distraction. See, I wrote something overnight. I've been working tirelessly night and day to make sure that people get these things and are liberated. I wrote this. He who controls attention controls reality. And this is how algorithm system works. This is how the enemy keeps men busy. The things you should see exist, but you are blinded by the things you should not see. You're funding your distractions. Funding programs. I bet you there are many bills that pass several readings in this country that the youth don't know anything. Suddenly when they wake up, they come and fight church. They are not looking at it. They are arguing with themselves. Every time they keep arguing with themselves. Arguing with themselves. You talk this one. You post this one. You channel that anger respectively now. But no. The inspirations that are unique to only you is entrusting you. Do something with it. Do something about it. Lest you become lifted up in pride. And the reason why we need to teach this is because no kingdom is innocent. But God wants his own prepared, trained. And that's why I'm saying that it will be dangerous for the church to make the same mistake again of locking young people in church who are just praying morning, afternoon, and night, praying, not developing themselves, not preparing economically. And they want to go out and say they speak in the corridors of power as what? It won't work. The only person that will be blessed by that method is the pastor, because that's his work. The saints are equipped, sent out to do the work of ministry. And when I have to knock a door, I understand I represent a kingdom. So I've not come by myself or for myself. Listen to that. And one day you give account what you've done, what he gave you. One day so you give account. The Bible called that day the dreadful day of the Lord. You stand before him face to face with the Jesus you've always ignored when you wake up. God needs sons. God needs sons. Look at the radical takeover of Islam in the north. You will not believe that places like Kaduna used to be strong Christian hub. They will finance their own, pump them with resources. Once they can enter once, it becomes forbidden. Can I tell you that almost now the same is established over Nigeria? Let me give you a warning. And let me beg you. You know, recently there's been clamoring, because I spoke about this last week, but I was wrong. So I want to put it in the best perspective. There's been clamoring by America that they are killing Christians in Nigeria. Okay, it is not innocent. It is not innocent. When Goodluck Jonathan was in power, Nigeria needed to buy certain things to use in fighting that battle. The one who blocked us was America. We got machineries from a country, I don't want to mention that country, that was busy, and they were having victories in Sambisa, other places. The one who asked them to be sacked later was America. They are showing interest because they know that will divide the country. Then they can come in. Anywhere they step, bonds. We have our internal problem, but we should, hey, you know, it is difficult to talk to Nigerians. And if there's any country that is richer than, in terms of mineral resources, than any country in Africa, it is Venezuela. Anywhere there is wealth, bonds. Be careful. Be careful so that less they seem to be bringing help, but the idea is to penetrate and keep you bounded. There are countries that once they complain about your country, you are doing something right. We need people who are informed. See, starve your distraction. There are things they don't want you to see. Hence the reason why they are pumping resources into your distraction. Who is financing pornographic sites? But are you aware that that's one of the leading causes of poverty? It is not discussed. Who is financing the programs that keep people ungainfully engaged? Why is that our own social media algorithm here only brings people that are dancing and doing funny stuff? Why not tech? The best we do with AI is ChatGPT. There are things going on around the world that you are not supposed to see because you're supposed to be consumers, not part of those who speak in those corridors. And I've been asking, because if you feel this is not a conversation we should have in church, think again. That we are right at the beginning of another major industrial revolution. We are now moving, not even moving, we have moved to the age of AI. So it means that some of the jobs that we give testimony about in church are about to be lost. And I read on Tuesday 40 professions that are threatened. We are not discussing this. So we need to have a plan that we can see more, that we can do, that we can come together and say, okay, we want to pick 20 teenagers in church. And we want to finance them to learn how to do these things to the best way. Let them learn from the best, but carry the interest of the kingdom in their mind. How many can we finance that ought to be in school that are not in school? We started in our own capacity, and we're not going to come out and say, hey, we just started another scholarship, this person. We won't do that. But it's kingdom. What's the plan of the church? Or is it just this silence? I'm waiting for some of your celebrities to speak. Then you can now have the guts to speak. Because we are addicted to approval. That's why I don't send, really. Because things will burn. But now say, hey, yeah, and I wanted to talk. Oh. How can we be? Look at the number of us here. About 2,000 plus. And what's the economic effect of our combined power? Can they bring out something they want to do now? And because of what we represent in the system, we can say don't. And they know if we remove our quota, they're in trouble. Nobody will respect you if your space won't be felt if you are missing. The highest you will do, Lord, send angels now. Let them deal with them. Angels will say, you plan now. What's our 10-year goal? What's our 20-year goal? In the next 10 years. Okay. 2013 was 12 years ago. So it means a child that was born 2013 is already 12. Secondary school. Where were you in 2013? So think about that 12 years now. It just passed like a flash. You see that now. What's our plan for ourselves? Or we'll just get there and say, hey, yeah, talk. You know, sometimes God just decided that some people will be blessed and so will not religious rhetorics. The way we've told ourselves that it is God who decides. No, it's just God. So maybe it's not within my own plan that I'm going to be this. They've lied to you. I have a vision that what will sum up a church building will not just be a hall where powerless people gather. We will not be powerless in Jesus' name. But we can have global standard establishments going on around, training people gainfully. It even takes dumbness to sit down and be embezzling church tithe and offering. It takes dumbness. When there are many kingdom opportunities, things we can do. At least going forward, it's been almost proven that Christians in Nigeria are almost inconsequential. You know why? We argue and fight with ourselves. That's what we do best. Christians. Christianese. There are many things the church must understand. The church must understand strategy. Paul said, I do not fight as one that is beating the air. This culture of, Jesus will do everything. He said he's going to do it. He will do it himself. He's going to come and then, or he's going to come and take us away. We are the bride of Christ. All this one they are saying now, that Jesus is coming September. Or is September? Okay. It was not as strong as the clamoring for the coming in 2000. Year 2000, people were selling everything sellable. Sell TV, sell car. Some became homeless. We're waiting. 25 years after. Will he come? Yes. But not for that kind of church that just want to escape like rats. Hey, come and take us. They are beating us to Jesus. Oh, what are you doing? Stand. Stand your ground. Stand your ground. Nothing breaks people like fear. All the crowd needs to do is stand. And the small game is over. The church must have a plan. Just say, Lord, I receive grace to sit with kings. As who? Then when we talk about corridors of power, we're not talking about kings alone or president. We are talking about the place where decisions that affect human lives are being made. In your bank, there are corridors of power. Even in tech world. I watched how senators in America were drilling CEOs, particularly of TikTok, asking questions about their shareholders. Okay, this guy, we've traced his background, he belongs to the Communist Party, and this. So now they are starting something new, that America will have their TikTok, but it will be headed by an American. They understand the preservation of data. All your life is an open secret in the realm of data. And now that we are digitalizing everything, digital ID in the United Kingdom, visas now will have to be digital visas. Passports will soon become digital. By your fingerprints, your passport details will show there, you update it. So all your bank statements, through your BVN, your NIN, all those things are linked. Your, what's it called now? Your insurance, health insurance, everything is linked. So at one click, everything you have can go. We are not preparing for that world. Not just to say, it's demonic, get involved. Be in the room. Be in the room. That's why now, when somebody come and tell me that I'm into tech, but God is telling me to leave everything, and just, I say, Some of us who have left everything are re-diversifying. Because I said to myself, this leadership development for the continent of Africa, if we just keep teaching, nobody will do it. So let's model it. So many people will rise. So some of us have to wear many hats, waiting for you to come. We are waiting for you. We're waiting for you. How long will you keep talking in those things and waiting for approval? There are conversations that should be going on this continent. You keep, every time you receive instruction, you interpret it as music concert. But that's your religious filter. We should start having tech conversation. You know, say, you hear? Meetings. In church. Smart people. You see, all these things, we cannot be using analog mentality in a digital age. This is kingdom. And for the kingdom to be established in any territory, in any space, it needs finance. Don't let anybody religiously whine you. Don't let anybody whine you and say, all these things, Christians don't need money. May you not be sick. You go to the hospital and say, Shaman de Kabasha. They say, do your Shabash outside now. We need to help ourselves. We need to be able to do things. God forbid the owners of this place just wake up and say, you know what, you guys, whatever you do. Whatever you guys represent here, we're tired of it. All of us like this with inside song. Then I say, I don't find that church, I don't port. I don't port too. Okay. The church needs to wake up and be prepared for what is happening at the global stage.
Thank you for watching. Please kindly like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notification bell so you always get notified whenever we post a new video. And don't forget to share. Thank you.